It's the final game week. Da, 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 the final game week. I think you all heard me. Hey guys, Scott and Football here, back with another video. And today it's the grand finale of the Premier League season, and we are back with the Premier League predictions for game week 38. The final game week of the Premier League season for the 2020-21 campaign. Hope we are doing really well, guys, as it is the last day of fans, the second week of fans being allowed in grounds, with the maximum capacity of fans with 10,000 being allowed in. At Wolves, apparently it's about 10,000 fans being allowed in, I think, which is really good, to be honest. So right then, guys, let's get straight into the video and get on with the first game of the video. The first game is Arsenal versus Brighton. Well, of course, Arsenal are in really good form lately, and of course they want to at least they can't qualify for any other European competition apart from this new one called the Europa Conference League. They need, if Tottenham and Everton lose today, and results go their way, they can get in it for next season. Where if results don't go their way, they haven't got any European competition next season, which will be a real shame for them. Where Brighton, nothing will concern them for this game because they know that they're safe in the Premier League for another year. So my prediction here, it's going to be a very narrow win for Arsenal here. So I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-0 win to Arsenal here. So Arsenal 1, Brighton 0, and this win is going to be dependent on results going their way. So 1-0 to Arsenal. Right, on to the next game now, which is Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Well, of course, Aston Villa can't get in Europe now. They're leaving in the Europa Conference League now. But at least they can actually play for pride in front of the fans on top of their good season this year. It really had a really bad one last season. Just about surviving last season since going up from the Championship, and they've had a way better season this year with the good signings they brought in. So they'll want to welcome the fans back with trying to get a good win against Chelsea and surprising Chelsea. Where Chelsea want to secure their Champions League spot for next season, with Liverpool and Leicester trying to lose so they can win away at Villa Park. So I think it will be a very tight game, and it'll be a very tough game for Chelsea. I feel like are a decent team, but my prediction here is going to be Chelsea going to win, but it'll be a tight game. So Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 2, so a 2-1 win to Chelsea. Right, so next game now, which is Fulham 1, Newcastle 1. Well, of course, Fulham are relegated down and they've got nothing to play for. However, there's nothing to. Well, it can't stop them from playing for pride in front of fans being allowed back at Craven Cottage, and fans will be back to watch their team play. Where Newcastle know they're safe, so they haven't got anything to really play for, but they can still climb up the table by a few more places though. I think Fulham can play for pride here. Fulham don't get many wins, but I can just see this being a boring game here really. So I can't see anything but a draw here really. So I'm going to go in and say a 1-1 draw. So Fulham 1, Newcastle 1. So right, to the next game now, which is Leeds United versus West Brom. Well, of course, Leeds United are 10th now. Leeds United can get in Europa Conference League, which is dependent on results going their way, as Tottenham and Everton are on 59 points and Leeds are on 56 points. But however, even if results go their way and they still win against West Brom, they won't get in the Europa Conference League. They'll miss out by goal difference, so it doesn't matter if they do win, it doesn't matter anyway. But they can at least try and win, and so pride, and so that they've been fighting for it all season long. Well, West Brom, they can try and play for pride here, as this will be Allardyce's last game today, as he has chose to leave at the end of the season. And Matthias Pereira might choose to go to a bigger club next season, as West Brom are going down. He's too good for the Championship and he is a Premier League player, so he might choose to go, so this could possibly be his last game for him. He hasn't decided on his West Brom future just yet. My prediction here is going to be an easy win for Leeds here in front of the fans. So I'm going to go for an easy Leeds win here. So it could be Leeds 3, West Brom 1. The next game now, which is Leicester versus Spurs. Well, of course, Leicester are down to 5th now after losing to Chelsea. Recently winning the FA Cup, then Chelsea get revenge on them. And, of course, they want Liverpool and Chelsea to lose today, so they don't bottle Champions League for the second season in a row. Well, Spurs want to try and secure the Europa Conference League. However, I think by goal difference, if West Ham lose, Tottenham can get into the Europa League, I think. And however, this could be Harry Kane's last game today as he wants to go off to a bigger club and play in the Champions League for next season. So I reckon Leicester will win here. So my prediction here is going to be Leicester 2, Spurs 1. However, I'll get onto the Liverpool game soon. But if they win this, even if Liverpool win, they will miss. They'll miss out on Champions League again, but they'll still be in Europe for next season in Europa League at least, and they're at least guaranteed Europe for next season at least in Europa League. So Leicester 2, Spurs 1. So right, on to next game now, which is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Liverpool in front of the fans here, and they want to secure the Champions League. It's been a very difficult season for Liverpool this season with injuries. And not many defenders in their team. And where for Crystal Palace, it's going to be an emotional day for Roy Hodgson and Palace. It's Roy Hodgson's last game as he is retiring. He's been a great manager for Palace. He's been unrecognised by Palace, really, in my opinion. A bad England manager, but good Premier League manager, though. And Benteke is in good form lately, and he's returned to his former club. So can he get a few goals and cause an upset away at Anfield? Personally, no. He might not even been playing because there might be some agreement where he doesn't play, but he left Liverpool ages ago. My prediction here is going to be Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 0, where they secure Champions League on the day where fans are back at Anfield, where Leicester win in their game against Spurs, but they still miss out despite Liverpool getting in the Champions League. On to the next game now, which is Manchester City versus Everton. The day Man City lift the title and celebrate in front of their fans. It can be Sergio Aguero's last game in front of the fans, but he might not play again. Pep Guardiola said even in the Champions League final, it's not guaranteed that he is going to be playing though. And for Everton, they can get in. Can they get in the Europa League? I don't think they can, but due to goal difference and stuff. But they can still get in Europa Conference League. They can, if results go their way with Arsenal and Tottenham losing. So even if Man City lose this game, it'll mean nothing to them because they're probably more focused on winning the league, celebrating with their fans and lifting the title. And where Everton want to try and qualify for a European competition next season. So I was going to go Man City win, but I don't think Everton have got enough to beat City, so I'm going to go and say a 1-1 draw. So Man City 1, Everton 1. Right, on to the next game now. Sheffield United versus Burnley. Well, of course, Sheffield United are relegated, and they're playing the final game in the Premier League. However, they're in front of the fans, so they might want to show the fans some pride and play for them. And so that we won today. We're going down with a fight, and we'll be back up next season. We'll be back in the Premier League. But they're up against Burnley. However, they were in form, Burnley, and now they've lost the last two games to Leeds and Liverpool, getting thrashed 4-0 and 3-0. Here, I can't see any way for Sheffield United here because you just on confidence this fight they're going to be playing in front of the fans. So my prediction here is, and for Burnley, even if they lose this game, I mean nothing to them because they secured a place in the Premier League for next season as well. So my prediction here, Sheffield United 0, Burnley 2. Right, so the next game now, which is West Ham versus Southampton, a big one here, where West Ham wants to secure Europa League football. We want results going their way with Everton and Tottenham losing, so they can get into the. So they want Tottenham losing just so they can secure Europa League football for next season and get into it. We're against Southampton. We're against Southampton here. I was going to go a 2-2 draw. As you can see, West Ham need the points more than Southampton. Southampton are safe for another season in the Premier League. So my prediction here is West Ham 2, Southampton 1. Right, so the next game now, which is Wolves versus Manchester United. Well, of course, Nuno has said on Friday that he is leaving Wolves. There is some mutual agreements where they suggest you leave and we won't sack you. So Wolves might want to perform for Nuno here on this last game. Have we are in front of the fans of 4,500 lucky fans who got tickets to go and watch Wolves at a limit with limited capacity to watch a game. As they might want to perform for Nuno. The good fact here for you is that Wolves haven't lost against Man United at home since getting promoted from the Championship into the Premier League, where Man United might more they've secured Champions League football for next season, and they're more focused on the Europa League final against Villarreal next week, and they might play a fully weakened team. Even if they lose Europa League final, they're still secure of guaranteed Champions League football for next season anyway. So my prediction here is going to be a 1-1 draw. So Wolves 1, Manchester United 1. So hopefully we can send Nuno off in a really good way. So 1-1 is my prediction. So right then guys, that will be the end of the Premier League prediction video now for the grand finale, the final game week of the Premier League season. So if you did all enjoy the video, do give it a like, do subscribe to the channel, and also turn on your notifications every time I make a video. And I'll see you all next season for the 2021-2022 season. Have a good one guys, see you all around, enjoy the rest of your weekend, bye guys.